Hello everyone, this is the Underdoll, and you'll be seeing more content from me going forward because I'm basically in a quarantine because my job has basically shut down, and I'm going to be covering more topics at least for the next 2 weeks or so. So let's jump into the topic that I chose today. There are several articles that I want to jump into from Bonding into Comic. I like that site, so that's why I'm using it. I'm also supporting that site by linking it and also reading it. But I just wanted to show how entitled and they're still preaching. These elitist, these millionaires are still preaching about basically Orange Man bad and its fans, and they continue to insert politics into their movies or even their Twitter. So I'm gonna read a few tweets from Jeffrey Wright. He's the one who is going to be Gordon in the new Batman movie, and he has something to say here. On point, read. 3 years ago, if you wanted the most dangerous, useless, panicky bitch during Ebola to lead the US through coronavirus, real Donald Trump is it. Big platform, loud, relentlessly ignorant, wrong on everything. Ebola, none of his ideas undertaken. No American style CS now. Sorry. Sad to think real Donald Trump, obvious limp, weakness during Ebola could be perceived as strength by the great white dope crowd. No good for them now, no good for anyone. Pathetic message from the GOP. There are no principles, not ethical, legal, constitutional, religious, spiritual, none. There's only one power, and when we get the power, everybody else effing duck. A lesson for everybody else, get the power. America's first civil war fought to prevent southern states from destroying the Union to keep black men, women and children enslaved. The second fought over Donald effing Trump. We really would be the most ignorant people on the planet. Impeachment this corrupt low-life clown. Why is he going on Twitter? What happened to actors shutting up and actually doing what they're supposed to, instead of preaching to the rest of us what we're supposed to think? He's no legal expert. He's not a lawyer. He's not a political expert. He's just spouting off into the ether to show how virtuous he is, basically, to his Twitter crowd. And Amazon's The Boys, the second season, we got one good season. The second season is going to be about a rise of white nationalism, in quotation marks. And this is I'm gonna read some of the quotes. They are also gender swapping one of the characters for no reason whatsoever. This is what he says. Our version of Stormfront kind of evolves over the season. I think comic book versions of Stormfront with, again, great respect to the comic, which I love. It's pretty straightforward character, you know? The first lines out of his mouth are like Schnell. He's pretty straight up, just full like a full-on Nazi, and it's hard to do reveals with a guy like that. But where the idea emerged without spoiling too much, what I'll say is under the writer room mantra for bad for the world, good for the show. We're all news junkies, and we tend to pay attention to things like that are happening out there in the world. How do we use our superheroes as a metaphor for that? And I'm horrified and sad to report that there is a rise of white nationalism, and it's taking a very different form than it took in the 40s. It takes a very social media savvy, trying to attract young men and women form, and so we got really interested in creating a character that could represent that for us. Oh my god. And so, as I would say, it's not the version in the book, but I would say they have the same rotten soul. Why? You actually have a show that I was looking forward to now watching season with my probably my brother. I wanted to see this and now you've turned me completely off the show because you want to instill wokeness and politics into a show that doesn't need it, that told interesting stories. But now you're just turning me as someone who is a potential customer, because Orange Man bad and all of this SJW crap is going to be inserted in this show. And now you also had Patrick Stewart that said before Picard even shot or came out that it was going to be about Trump and Brexit, and Daniel Craig has said the same thing. He says, admits Donald Trump will be a focus in upcoming movie No Time to Die film, which has been delayed at least for later this year. Here are some of the quotes. We struggle to keep Trump out of this film, but of course it is there. It's always there, whether it's Trump or whether it's Brexit or whether it's Russian influence or elections or whatever. There are British people working in the top industries in the world, and at the top of those industries we do that, and we are good at that. And somehow we're kind of breaking all that apart, whether it's breaking from Europe. Oh my God! Britain is not breaking away from Europe. You're just leaving in the EU. You idiot. There's sort of a nihilism, isn't there? Jesus Christ. The EU is not Europe. It's a union. There's something I feel that Bond represents, someone who's there trying to do the job and doesn't want any effing publicity, and this is a joke because he drives a effing Aston Martin and does all these ridiculous things, but these people exist. It's the ambulance service. I know it's terribly kind of romantic, but they are people who are just getting on with it and saving people's lives. But that's not the way the world works now. It's about humiliating others to save one's own skin, and it's cowardly. It's just effing cowardly. I've kept my mouth shut before I stayed out of it, and I've respected it, and I've regretted it. Yeah. And then Phoebe Waller-Bridge also writes, or has said, he's incredibly passionate about the work. Bond is very close to his heart, and he fights for the integrity of the character every step of the way. Yeah, like making 007 a woman. Jesus. Danny is very adamant about that Bond is the driving force in everything. He's a jackhammer. He's tireless. He will work until he's basically crawling home. Oh my God, these people need you to shut up. And then we also have Dan Slott. F you if you vote for Donald Trump. This is his quotes. The administration is not on top of this emergency. They're ignoring or contradicting their own experts. People are dying, and he's golfing at his resort again and profiting off of it. I'm not saying F you for voting for him. I'm saying F you if you vote for him again. Oh my God. I donated to E. Warren, but I would have voted for Warren, but here's the thing. Trump puts children in cages, puts his own ego before being truthful about the coronavirus vaccine, ignores the climate crisis, self-deals with our dollars, and is shredding our constitution. The virus best friend, I mean, this just goes on, and I refuse to read his lunacy. But these people are, so you have actors, you have writers, you have even the writer for the new Bond movie, defending this idiocy. Then you have the showrunner of The Boys saying this, and then you have another actor spewing off. Why can't they just shut up, just make a movie? Why is that so hard? There are plenty of actors, I'll give props to them, plenty of actors and artists that keep their politics to themselves, and just do the music and concentrate on that. Because not only are you looking like a complete a-hole, but you also are condescending and preaching to everyone else and trying to show your virtue instead of actually doing what you feel. You're not political pundits. You have now this platform on social media because of your profession well, whatever it is, music, movies, games, whatever, and you use this opportunity, and while everyone else gets censored, I got three posts on Facebook deleted just yesterday because of memes. And you have Reddit censoring, you have Facebook censoring, you have Twitter censoring, you have YouTube censoring. Now they're even rolling out even more censorship because they don't have enough people to go through all the videos. I keep getting demonetized. People are getting their entire channel demonetized. All of the videos demonetized and videos deleted. Like I said previously in another video, Account Dankula got a strike on his channel for a video that was already deleted. These people are just... I just hate these socialist, champagne socialists that hide behind their walls, and now when there's a crisis, they are still screeching while everyone else is struggling now to even make ends meet because everything is shut down, while they are on their pedestal talking down to us that we need to watch this and that, and they're entitled. It just frustrates me to no goddamn end. I freaking hate these sort of people. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and see you guys next time. Bye.